Hello, my name is Calmuc Felicia. I'm an English teacher from Romania, and I'm very happy to be with you here today and tell you about an astronomy curriculum we have developed recently in Romania. I am also sending greetings from Ana Naghi, who is our Naghi in Romania, and we work together with her and other teachers from Romania to develop this curriculum. Our idea started last year when we also took part with our students in some very interesting astronomy projects developed by the International Union of Astronomy and other partners. And step by step, as we worked with primary students, we saw how interested they are in participating in such astronomy projects. We also realized that in many countries, not only from Europe, but also from all around the world, STEAM approach has been developing quite a lot lately, and the impact on students is a very important one. Unfortunately, in Romania, this STEAM approach isn't so widely spread in schools, but as Ana Naghi thought it could be a good start to implement such a curriculum in our schools from Romania. So in a few words, how did we begin our projects? We also realized for about a week a meeting in a city from Romania where we celebrated last year the week for the World Space project. And there we met some very interesting specialists in the field of astronomy, and we worked together with teachers for pre-primary level, primary level, and also for secondary level. And during discussions, we thought it could be a very good idea to introduce in an official way, if we could do that, a STEAM subject in our schools from Romania. As you know, in our educational system, there is a certain amount of obligatory subjects, and besides these school subjects, in each school, during 2 or 4 hours, there are some subjects that could be implemented by teachers. The condition is they should be officially approved by our inspectorates, our county inspectorates, or directly by our Ministry of Education. So we thought it would be easier for teachers for primary level to have this curriculum on astronomy for primary level students directly approved by the Ministry of Education, because this way it would be easier for them to implement it in the classrooms. So we made some teams formed by a primary level teacher, a secondary level teacher, and astronomy specialists. And we thought this curriculum should be developed by such teachers, because primary teachers could implement the teaching strategies which should be appropriate for young students, while secondary teachers should help with the scientific notions. And the astronomy specialists also could help with very important and very attractive educational resources. So after these teams were made, they started and create a curriculum following a certain structure that is approved by our Ministry of Education. After the structure was completed, Anna Naghi took the final form and presented it to the department from the Ministry of Education that approves such curriculum to be taught in schools. And after being analyzed, she was very, very happy to share with us the final idea that the astronomy curriculum for primary level was approved. So this curriculum, basically it is structured in 3 chapters. So during the first chapter, students are introduced to the solar system, and the most important things that they can understand at their age of what generally happens in the solar system. Afterwards, in the second chapters, they are introduced to the cosmic voyagers and voyages, and we try to show them a little bit about the history of space traveling, how the humans have reached outer space during the final decades. And finally, the third chapter is based on the jobs of the future. So in Romania, we consider that these STEAM activities that can be implemented for a very young age would help students understand that nowadays technologies are very, very important and they should be used also in their future careers. So if we could show them that these STEAM aspects can be found in any important projects and in any important aspects of our everyday life, we encourage them to follow a future STEAM career, which we consider it would be very, very successful when they get at a certain age. So we also concentrate on the jobs of their future. We want to tell you that after these chapters were inserted in the curriculum, we structured it in 2 main parts because this curriculum also insists on developing these skills depending on the student's age. So the first part of the curriculum is addressed to students for primary level, the first 3 classes. As in Romania, the primary level contains 5 classes. Preparatory grade, the first grade and the second grade. These 3 grades are addressed the first part of the curriculum where certain STEAM skills are developed for the first time. Then, after students are introduced to the general notions, later on, during the other 2 grades, the 3rd grade and the 4th grade, these skills are later on developed. So we thought that, generally speaking, we could put the basis during the 3 grades to students from 6 to 9 years old, and then we can develop and try to initiate some further competencies and skills during the 3rd and the 4th grade from 10 and 11 years old. The curriculum was also developed with the help of very important institutions. So besides the primary and secondary teachers and the specialists I talked to you about, we worked with for this curriculum, we also had very important support from the Romanian Space Agency, called also ROSA, and its Bureau for Educational Resources. So they helped us a lot with the educational resources. They consider are very appropriate and very attractive for young learners. As I told you, these educational resources should be appropriate for students from 6 to 11 years old. And this specialist from Romanian Space Agency also joined the meetings of teachers who wrote the curriculum, as they thought it should be helpful to help them with the educational resources. Besides all this, after the curriculum was approved and will be able to be implemented in the classroom, another important thing is that any teacher for primary level is not mandatory to implement it as a separate school subject. So they could choose some of the chapters or only parts of the 3 chapters and implement them during other school subjects. So they could pick up whatever they think is necessary and introduce them in a math class or during a science class, or why not an art class. So these topics on astronomy, as I told you, the first one, the solar system, the second one, voyages and voyagers in the cosmic space, and the third one, jobs of the future, could be easily implemented also during the classic subject for the primary school. And we think it is very helpful, and officially primary teachers can do that because of the fact this curriculum is approved by our Ministry of Education. And Anna also thought about the training of future teachers which are interested in implementing this curriculum. So therefore, we organized the group, and also through the Ministry of Education, we managed to contact the school inspectorates from more than 25 counties in our country, so more than half of the counties in our country, to organize some official training courses. And these courses are also approved by the local representatives of the Ministry of Education. It is very important that these training courses are official and approved. So by these courses, we will train some of the teachers in any county from Romania who is interested in implementing this astronomy curriculum in the classroom in the future years. Another important aspect is the fact that at the moment also some teams of primary and secondary teachers are working on a guide for implementing this curriculum. And this guide is almost finished, and it will appear in the near future. And afterwards, besides the training courses, the teachers will also have this guide at their hands, and they could use it to implement all the activities that are presented in the educational resources from this astronomy curriculum. Besides the teachers that were involved in writing this curriculum, it is very important to say that we also thought about secondary students, because later on, older students from 12 to 15 years old can form in any school a certain working group after classes to present some activities to their younger peers. So as you know, students learn better from other students. So we also think that besides the guide, besides the training courses, the fact that activities can be organized with older and younger students, we also help them get a better understanding of the world. So all in all, after undergoing so many activities with other teachers all around the world, we finally understood, and we are happy that our Ministry of Education has finally understood that STEAM and through STEAM astronomy education is a part of the real education of the future. We are happy that also in Romania, the educational decision makers are understanding at the moment that the classroom should really be turned into an innovation center. So students shouldn't only memorize and learn about what has happened so far and only talk about scientific notions without really understanding them. So students from a very young age should also be encouraged to understand, to really understand what happens around them. And this will really turn them into future successful teenagers and later on successful adults. We are very happy that all our work has been officially approved by our Ministry of Education, because that means from now on, any primary teacher in Romania who wants to talk to his or her students about STEAM activities and astronomy education has the official support to do that, because the curriculum has been already approved. And we hope our students in the future will use these notions to go abroad, to learn maybe in other countries, and then hopefully they will come back to Romania and implement what they have learned. We also want to thank you, all of you, because in the past years, we did so many interesting astronomy projects together, and you helped us better understand the dimension and the importance of the STEAM activities and the importance of the STEAM skills for better students. We are also happy to implement astronomy in our schools, and our students were also very interested in participating to all kinds of astronomy projects. That is why we chose to work on this astronomy curriculum, because we could see that our students were very interested in this aspect. And we chose this level, the primary level, from 6th to 11th years old, because we think it is the proper age to begin make our students aware of everything that happens around them. Because if they understand what happens around them, they will try to ask the right questions and get the right answer, and finally they will get the right jobs of the future, and they will understand that in the future years humans will get, we are sure of it, in an easy way, not only on our planet, but also to other planets. And maybe we will leave some traces behind us as teachers to students that will take what we have taught them, why not only on Earth, but also to other planets. Thank you for everything, and I'm sure we will meet again to talk about this astronomy curriculum in Romania, start in getting to know the universe. Thank you for your attention. And besides me also, as I told you in the beginning, Anna sends her greetings, and she's very happy to present this curriculum, which is a really important project for the Romanian education. Goodbye, and see you to the next project.